President Trump wants to reopen Alcatraz as a federal prison for the worst of the worst. Alcatraz, pictured here, also known as Iraq, and you may have seen the awesome movie with that name, was a federal prison between 1934 and 1963. Now, the main reason it was shut down in 1963 is the cost, because it cost 3 times as much as any other federal prison to operate, because it was remote, everything had to come in by boat, including staff, supplies, food, everything, so it's actually a difficult thing to justify on the cost side. In addition to issues with the cost of daily operation, just look at this place. It hasn't been operational since 1963. It is not in very good shape. It would require a massive rehab that would cost millions or tens of millions of dollars, and the additional cost of everything still having to come in by boat. So after spending millions or tens of millions to get it into shape where it's operational, and then costing 3 times as much to operate as any other federal prison, you have the additional loss of $60 million a year in revenue from tourists who love coming to visit. So from a cost perspective, it really doesn't make sense to reopen Alcatraz. But a lot of people don't care about the cost. They say, hey, this is about symbolism. This is about being tough on crime and creating a place that makes people shake in their boots so they're less likely to commit crimes. But the only problem is, I spent 19 years in prison. I knew a lot of people who'd committed crimes. Never once did I meet a person who was like, I was thinking about committing that crime, but then I heard about that specific prison or that specific program or, yep, that changed my mind. I decided not to do it. Because the reality is we're not committing crimes because we're making rational choices or weighing out options. It's people dealing with addiction, people dealing with mental health issues, people living in poverty, struggling to get by and scrambling any way they can. So opening Alcatraz is not going to make us any safer. It's going to cost millions and millions and millions of dollars, including lost revenue. And I get the idea of the symbol, but is this really the symbol we want? We're going to lock people up and throw them away the key on an island in the middle of nowhere. Or, hey, we're going to help rehabilitate people. We're going to help equip communities with the resources they need. We're going to make sure we're actually safer because we're addressing the underlying issues.